Hello, everybody. Welcome to another video. Today we have the Chargers to do a perfect offseason for. Today we're making them, or we're putting them through the most ideal slash realistic slash best offseason for this team. Shout out to my boy Will Clapp. Defensively, team looks good. A little old. I'm not gonna lie. Drew Tranquill is probably not my first option at linebacker. Joey Bosa's pretty good. Khalil Mack's all right, I guess. This year, Adderley's pretty good. Derwin James is really good. Asante, Callahan, J.C. Jackson, Malik Davis. I think that's who that is. You're going to need some help on this defensive line for sure, especially on the interior, considering Sebastian Joseph Day is your best guy inside. And then I like your linebackers for sure. Kenneth Murray's pretty good. Drew Tranquill, like I said, probably wouldn't be my first option. Other than that, the team looks pretty good offensively too. They've kind of not invested in this offensive line, but they've definitely got some pieces. Corey Linsley, Rashawn Slater, obviously really good. And then they're kind of going to try to develop probably Zion Johnson. I'm not sure if they stick with Sawyer or if Feeler's going to be here much longer. Gerald Everett, you got some good receivers, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, Palmer. You're running back with Austin Eckler, who's getting a little bit older at this point. So we got a lot of different variables, and we're going to look at the players ready to re-sign. Remember, we don't have too much money to work with. Drew Tranquill here with some interest in signing back. Probably sign him back in free agency if we're going to sign him anywhere. I just don't think it's ideal. And this year, Adderley's pretty fun. He's a good player, but I mean, at what cost do I want him playing still? I guess if he wants to join for 1.5, that's fine. He says he appreciates the offer, but he's going to go test free agency. That's fine. Cameron Dicker, obviously got to bring him back. Texas kicker. Hook 'em horns, I guess. That's what they say. I know. I watch Bengal. I know that's what they say. Hook 'em horns. Or is it just hook 'em? I could be wrong with both of those. J.K. Scott also got to bring back for sure. Definitely got to bring him back. I would give so much money out of these guys. Drew Tranquill, sure, man. If you want to come back, come back. I guess if you want to stay on a deal like this, nope. Okay, he doesn't want to. So, anybody else? I don't think so. I think we can just head to free agency now. Not a big fan of too many of those guys. I mean, personally, I don't know them, but other than that, those players, I don't think I want them on my team. Franchise rebuild, you know what I'm saying? I don't need them. This is what I'm trying to say. They are not assets. And what a replacement linebacker this would be. Levante David, at 33 years of age, we just gave him out a fat contract. If he wants to come join us, that'd be freaking amazing. I'd be more than welcome to that. At receiver, probably not going to sign one. Tight end, ooh, what do you have at tight end? Gerald Everett at 29 years of age. Austin Hooper's pretty good. I agree. And Hayden Hurst is 30, so not really interested. Orlando Brown for a tackle position to replace Sawyer on the other side, because that's who's playing right tackle for us is Sawyer. Maybe you want to replace him. Isaiah Wynn is here, though. Illuminor down the board. Probably not my first option. Go back over to left tackle. What are we looking at money-wise for Orlando Brown? We're looking at a huge contract, one that probably will allow us to stay pretty handcuffed. So I think Isaiah Wynn will be the go-ahead. He'll win. He'll win the battle of the tackles. Isaiah Wynn, we do have the best offer on him. Left end, not really, up there. I need interior. And if a guy like Zach Allen had interest, that'd be awesome. But unfortunately, doesn't. Outside linebacker, Azeez Al-Shaair could be fun for sure. So I think Azeez Al-Shaair is definitely on my board. Bobby Okereke, by the way, as well would be quite fun. Anthony Walker, Drew Tranquill. Yeah, I guess we'll try to bring back Drew Tranquill. It's not the end of the world if we don't bring him back. So we'll just give him an offer at least with Levante David still pending. And then outside linebackers, corners, we're probably going to need a corner or two. Maybe we can adjust that in the draft, though. Never mind, we don't need much. Okay, it wasn't Malik Davis. His name's Michael Davis. That is my bad. I forgot about Michael Davis. He actually played really well down the stretch last year for him. Rock Yassin as well here. Not interested. Probably drafted a developmental corner in the fourth round or something. Maybe Clark Phillips in the third, something like that. See, do I want Levante David or do I want Bobby Okereke at this point? 6 overall is better. Superstar X Factor, Levante David. I guess it'll really come down to, what is actually signed. So we're going to go ahead and evaluate the offers. And Levante David is a Charger. Isaiah Wynn's a Charger. Andrew Tranquil is also a Charger. Could we use a free safety? And I completely it completely eluded my mind. Nasir Adderley. Dude, I really don't want him back. I'm not going to lie. But it would be nice instead of JT Woods at worst case scenario. I'm a big fan of JT Woods. Baylor kid came out with Jalen Petrie last year. But yeah, I'm not actually going to sign Nasir Adderley. I'm fine with that. Heading into the NFL draft, we're going to have pick number 22. It is a tough spot to pick for sure. For a team, not with so many needs, but a team that, has a couple of needs. Keenan Allen, we're open to trading for sure. At wide receiver, Keenan Allen's on the block, I'd say at this point. Sawyer, we got Isaiah Wynn now as well. Left end, nobody really there that I want to trade. Joey Bosa, could he be on the move? We don't need Drew Tranquil, but I guess we can keep him around for whatever reason. Who is it that wanted a trade? Is it Khalil Mack that's frustrated right now with this team and wants out? Something like that is going on, so potentially a trade there. Alohi Gilman, I'm not sure which one that is, but I think if we're going to trade anyone, it's going to be Keenan Allen, and it'd be for, some sort of draft capital at least. So I don't know what we're going to do. I think we'll let the draft kind of go, and if someone falls, that'd be great. Will Anderson off the board first. Number 2 is Bryce Young. Those two are almost locks in this game. Jalen Carter off the board. Good talent. CJ Stroud off the board. And then that'll leave Tyree Wilson, who will go right here. Lucas Van Ness, the edge out of Iowa, tested pretty good. Miles Murphy. Nobody I can think of really comes to mind. I mean, one of those corners would be nice, but I don't want one. Addison off the board instead of any quarterback. Brian Branch off the board as well now. Nolan Smith a little bit early at 11. Paris Johnson, Peter Skoronski, and Quinn Johnson. But Jackson Smith and Jigba goes. Right here, Will Levi's. Yeah, it's happened every time. Trenton Simpson. Yeah. Right here, Darnell Wright, Broderick Jones. And then number 18, Christian Gonzalez. We're coming up to our pick now, so no need to trade up. Anthony Richardson. And then right here, Kalijah Cansey goes. That's interesting, for sure. Bijan and goes ahead right before us to the Dolphins. Quite the weapon he'd be. So at the top of the board, we got four really solid corners. Michael Mayer, Osiris Torrance as well. Oh, this is so tough. I want probably Deonte Banks, or I probably want Devin Witherspoon, Michael Mayer, and Osiris Torrance. Oh, man. Drew Sanders here as well. What pick? Okay, we just have 22nd for most of our draft. Oh, man. It's so tough. So tough. This is such a boring pick. I'm going to go Osiris Torrance out of Florida. Florida right tackle, or guard. I mean, good player. Just need to, get a feeler out of there or whatever his name is. Oh, that's so bummer. Such a bummer. See if, okay, Devin Witherspoon does go. Michael Mayer off the board, probably my 2 top guys. Maybe Drew Sanders off the board soon. Deonte Banks goes. Kincaid then goes. Darnell Wright off the board is a little interesting. Drew Sanders is off the board. So I'll just go to my pick, see what's there, see if anyone's falling. Jalen Duncan to our point, or to our pick, is there. Anyone falling? Zay Flowers is falling. He's not exactly like, oh my god, he's falling, but I mean, he's definitely not expected to be on the board to this point. I do like Zay Flowers. I do like the way that he fits this team. He's pretty good, not spectacular. Let's go Zay Flowers, Boston College receiver. I think that just makes sense. A little bit of a field stretcher to play in the slot. Go to the third round here, where we can maybe start trading around if we see anyone we like down the board. If anyone's falling, that'll be really annoying. Like Clark Phillips isn't necessarily falling, but he didn't really have the best combine either, so understandable. A lot of receivers towards the top. Brandon Joseph, I do need a free safety now that comes to mind. Byron Young, we did need interior. He's not quite interior. I completely forgot about our need at interior. We're going to have to trade for someone then. Worst case scenario, who is still here in the defensive tackle position? Oh my, Zach Pickens. Yeah, right. I'm not picking Zach Pickens. Left end though, anyone that can play inside. Moro Ajimo, maybe. At right end, anyone that plays inside. Please, bro. We need someone. We're gonna have to overpay on probably. I'm not going for Byron Young. No, Moro Ajimo here, maybe coming up on these next few picks. Oh my lord. If Moro Ajimo's there in the 4th round, I've got to take him. It's an absolute have to. Tillman being here. Tipman, Brandon Joseph, Notre Dame safety, does everything okay. He's not great. Yaya Diaby, Jaden Reed as well as here. Kobe, Jalen Jones, Carl Brooks. Oh, Carl Brooks could play inside for sure. 6'4", 303. Power rusher. A power moves. I'm not quite sure what his block shedding is, but he can play inside for us. Big boy. He's got A power move, B play. Okay, I like it. Do I want to spend our pick on Carl Brooks though? All right, I think I made my mind up. Let's go Carl Brooks. Out of Bowling Green. It's actually where he's from, not Bridgewater State. They just don't have Bowling Green as a college for him, so a little unlucky. Go Carl Brooks, I guess. Slide him to D tackle. Maybe play alongside with Sebastian Joseph Day, Jacob Hayner, or Jake Hayner goes. Clark Phillips has fallen. I got to take a picture of this. The reason I take a picture of that is because I make this class. I make these classes and whatnot. So it's like tough to like gauge where these guys are. So I have to kind of adjust overalls and draft order when it comes to guys that will fall in every single draft, like Clark Phillips, like the guys at the top here. Clark Phillips, Julius Brents has fallen in future ones. Like, look at, they're supposed to go in round 2 to 3. It's round 5 or round like late round 4, close to round 5. I do see Moro Ajimo here. What sort of free safeties are left on the board though? That's what I'm kind of worried about. Rashad Torrance and Kayvon Merriweather. Daniel Scott, maybe a potential free agent. I do want Moro Ajimo out of Texas to come play interior for us as well. Someone that's a little bit more technical on that side of things. He's not the greatest player in the world, but did not mean to go to next pick because Cam Jones will fall off the board. One of my favorite players in this draft. I'm just kidding. He's not one of my favorites. I just know, about him. Not a lot of people really do. Yeah, they're still falling. So that is a little unfortunate. I'll tell you that much. Go to free safety. We've overdrafted so much. Daniel Scott, welcome, I guess. He's not like the greatest player again. 6'1", 208, can fly though. He might have to start at free safety for us. California kid. Came out of the combine, did really well. Let's go look at these guys' overalls. Draft recap comes around. Osiris Torrance, 74 or 75 overall. 73 overall, Zay Flowers. Carl Brooks is a 70. Moro Ajimo, also a 70. Two guys that are like pretty athletic for their position. I'm not even going to go down like that far, but right here, Moro Ajimo, same thing. Daniel Scott, 68 overall. We got Tre'Davious Hodges Tomlinson. Oh, it is what it is, man. You can't really do much. We got such a bad draft. See, this is what happens when you draft for your needs instead of draft for best player available. We do have, whatever his face is. Osiris in now, so I guess we can move Johnson over there. So we have Osiris Torrance, Zion Johnson, Rashawn Slater, Lindsley Wynn, Everett. Probably should have drafted a tight end. Zay Flowers is here to play wide receiver 4. I guess Joshua Palmer's a good player, so it's kind of just when one of these guys goes, when Keenan Allen or Mike Williams goes, didn't really do much at the running back spot. And then, right here, JT Woods or Daniel Scott to start. I think Scott just for the sake of this video. In real life, I'd probably choose JT. I'd give him both reps for sure. Levante David is now a linebacker here. Joey Bosa. It's a good group, I guess. Carl Brooks can start at D tackle, I guess. The nose tackle. It's such a tough spot right here for sure. I'd go Carl Brooks inside with Sebastian Joseph Day. See how that works out. Ajmo should not be getting a rush end spot for sure. He's not going to be, rushing the quarterback anytime soon. What sort of athlete is Kenneth Murray Jr.? I want to know. Is he really good? 90 acceleration, 87 speed. Yeah, that's like the exact same as Drew Tranquil. So I will actually start him over Drew Tranquil and maybe shop Drew Tranquil and someone else maybe for a free safety, maybe. Done deal. Drew Tranquil and a this year third for Xavier McKinney. It is what it is. I'm glad we got a free safety. That is just cool. I'll set the depth chart and then we'll go to midseason. And wow, we start off 6-1. Really solid after a really good offseason. I'm just kidding. It was not a really good offseason, all right? There are things that I like about this offseason, things I didn't. Didn't mean to click schedule. Wanted to go to stats and awards. Please and thank you. Jay Herbo is thrown for the 4th most yards in the league. A lot of touchdowns. A bit much on the interceptions for sure. Isaiah Spiller is running the ball really well for what I expect versus what he's actually doing. Joshua Palmer is working into a role. Yeah, I don't know. Good production there from everyone. Gerald Everett especially. Defensively, a lot of tackles. Levante David, who was surprised. 8 TFLs for Sebastian Joseph Day. Moro Ajmo is also getting back there, Levante David. But 4 sacks from the interior from Carl Brooks, rushing from the inside. Khalil Mack next up. 2 from Sebastian Joseph Day. Interceptions, J.C. Jackson has 2. Michael Davis has 1. Kenneth Murray has 1. Xavier McKinney has 1. And Alohi Gilman. I couldn't tell you. All right, do I have any predictions for what our record's going to be? Give me a 13-win team. We were a 9-win team. All right, we were 9-8. Jay Herbo's got a couple of upgrades. Osiris Torrance does as well. I mean, how do we fall apart? We go 6-1 and then we lose 7 more and only win 3 more. Like, what is going on? I'm just kidding. It's Madden. It's expected. Jay Herbo kind of fell off the second half of the season. Wasn't quite there. A lot of yards and touchdowns, but not nearly enough. A lot of interceptions as well. Rushing on the ground, Isaiah Spiller was really good, actually. 3.8 yards per carry is really good. Mike Williams, Joshua Palmer, and Keenan Allen, all 3 receivers over 1,000. This could have been Zay Flowers, but unfortunately it wasn't. Zay Flowers didn't even have a reception on the season. No, he did not. Defensively, back here, Levante David led the team in tackles with 124. J.C. Jackson next up. TFLs, Khalil Mack, Sebastian Joseph Day, Carl Brooks with 11. Finished with only 5 sacks. Sucks. Joey Bosa, 10. 8 QB sacks for Joey Bosa, 6.5. Carl Brooks only with 5. It is really good, though. As a rookie, Carl Brooks is really good. So, Carl Brooks, really, really fun. Player for sure. Definitely one to look out for. I'm going to go to the Super Bowl, see all these dev traits and whatnot. I'll get back to you. So Osiris Torrance had star development. Zion Johnson's developing a little bit. Zay Flowers still nothing. Palmer up 1 overall. Defensively, any upgrades here? Carl Brooks a star. Was good. J.C. Jackson, did he always have that? I don't think he was superstar. Might have been. I could be wrong. Anybody else? Nothing. So nothing special. Yeah, that'll be all for me. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.